This is day 192 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Yesterday, by mistake, we said at the beginning of the tape that it was day 190. It was not. Yesterday was day 191. And today is day 192. Today we are doing from Siman Kuflam and Ches Siv Dal to Kuflam and Siman Kuflam and Ches Siv Zayin. If you would like to sponsor an upcoming shir or more of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, it would be greatly appreciated. Please contact me directly. So, Kuflam Ches Siv Dal. Sorry. Hey, no wonder. Yes, so Gama after the discussion episode Achar Parsha. After Shnat, even the Maftir, Shnat start two psukim after a Parsha break. After Kodim Shui no Korea Rakush Karish Kork Fire. Everybody knows that he's reading stuff which has already been read. The Chaim Parsha is Chamish psukim Misaf Hasedra. In front of a Parsha is 5 psukim. It's at the end of a Parsha. You cry Maftir Kol Chamisha psukim. The Maftir should read all 5 psukim. Of Avshay and Tzirk Shlosh psukim, even though it only needs 3. Those who say you can start after psukim, it's evidently Zelia Rabba, Veino Ikar. Check that. This is the minute all over. And the show so much not deviate. And this everything is from the Rokeach. Always try to begin with a good thing and end with a good thing. Because you can see, like it says, Al Tamod Davara, Paskin Koelis. Do not stand with in a bad thing. Tovas Ovdi Gochamei no Tava. If it's good for the idolaters, that's not considered good. The Chain was some in their arm. It's bad for idolaters, it's not bad. And when you read the brachos, you should not have in mind a specific person, I'm assuming, because you can yes. Not we're bringing the brachos on the kriya, but you're reading Baruch Atah V'yeh Baruch Atah B'Soda Baruch Atah B'Tzeisach Baruch Atah V'Echa the Baal Kairei, and I assume also the oil should not have in mind that it's going to a specific person, but it's on everybody. And of course, him close should not direct the close at a specific person. Mishu Suma, somebody's blind, like a parsha Iveros Shavur. Someone's blind, they should not be called for a parsha talks about being blind being a mum. Mishu Choshel Arayos, and if somebody is suspect on Arayos, Rachman al-Islam, like a parsha Arayos, don't read for the parsha of Arayos. But Dafka Chosh Bama. But if that's only if it's just a suspect. Avo in Baruch Shabal Erva, but if you know he is a parrots in Arayos, Imlo Shabbat and has he done tshuva? Boily Krolo, call him up to Africa for that parsha. Today she's by she has a tshuva, but they should be embarrassed in the tshuva. Tell you Rabbah. Don't interrupt in the 42 masos in Parshas Masay and make an aliyah somewhere in the middle of them. Siman Kuf Lamates, say their kriyas at Torah birchoseh, the order of being the Torah and its brachos. Aleph, Kasot Tzurshonor Chakoria Parsha Tzorech L'Sados Otchila Pamayim Shosh Benil Ben Atzmo. Somebody's waiting and has to go over the parsha 2 or 3 times himself. Ki Rabbi Kiva Shkos L'Torah V'Lo Tzalalos. Like we find by Rabbi Kiva, they come up for an aliyah. You not want to not want to take the aliyah. You should see their Otchila because back then they still laying themselves and he had not gone over it first. Shlomi Kra. He was ever a pasuk in Eov. Atzur Ava Yispera Echina V'Gam Chakra. He saw and he counted, understood it, and analyzed it. Where is this Ma'aser Rabbi Kiva? Ma'aser Rabbi Kiva, who by Medrash Parshas Kitisa. So in the Medrash and Parshas Kitisa, V'Zel L'Shon Medrash Sham. There's Parsha Mem. Tzarech Adam V'Cholei B'Shoshim Bakish Lom Ram B'Tzibor Lo Yomar. When you have to say Psukim in Tzibor, you should not say Hol Shani Yodeh Bo Yofeh. I know them well. Shech Nosi Josh Ani Omer. I guess this is not about laning, but rather about darshaning. Then when he's doing Lo Yomar Shani Yodeh Bo Yofeh Shech Nosi Josh Ani Omer Amar Be'acha Mino Lakimat Olamei. We find from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shebisha Yishlom Artali. So when they wanted to say Torah out time, so Arba Pamim Beino Lebein Atzmo. Wow. Kaviyachal Hashem said it 4 times. At Shalom Alisot, he told it to the Jews. Sha'anamar says, Aretz Avagomer, Apparently there's a remez there which I have not looked up in Yov Nurches to 4 times. And then Vayomer L'Adam. Rabbi Yochanan Torah about Rabbi Akiva Amar Le Amodu Kro Torah. Here by Rabbi Akiva talking explicitly about reading the Torah. Amar said Lo Avarti Parsha. I didn't do Parsha yet. Shabchu Chachan praised him. Rabbi Azra Avayisapra. When you if you saw it already, then you can say it over. Base. If he says Shemala Torah Shulchan Shkasu Pam Mayim B'Shalosh. It's astonishing. Torah Shulchan 2 or 3 times. And Medrash Mevorsh Tzarech Arba Pamim. It's got to be 4 times. And we should have Medrash Bereshis Isa Azra Avayisapra. So he says because we have another Medrash. Rabbi Achra. I mean, Kol Divor Shiyotzi B'Akash Baruch Moshe. Every statement which came from Akash Baruch Moshe, Amr Shnei Pamim B'Libo, said it twice in his heart. So it's 2 times and then to Moshe. My time why Azar Yisapra Chad V'Chli enumerates it there how it's up to the 2 and then the 3rd of Rabbi Yachal Mar Arba V'Chli. Rabbi says no 4 times. Akan Lashono. Medrash Kiti. So Omer Rabbi Yachal. So Rabbi Yachal's one said 4 times. Paskarbana 2 or 3 times. That was Gemara. That's the person who was the Olet. He Lane. After Shliach Tzibur reads, it's got to go over twice. Afilu im hu baki, even if he's an expert. There's a chap though. If you do Shnai Mikra and Erev Shabbos, that's good enough. Obviously, you do Shnai Mikra, then both Mikras. Those say Shemitzah Shagama Oli is Chada. So also for the person that gets Aliyah to prepare ahead of time. So if they from the Beret tape, they will ask the Doyle. There's no purpose for this. He says anyway, it's slightly with the shots, doesn't say that loud. He says, come in Amina Kane, it's not the custom. The Shabbat says, actually, he endorses Beret tape, and I guess encourages people to do that. I don't know if people have ever seen people prepare an aliyah that they're just going to get and not actually read. Because somebody says if it's base, somebody doesn't know how to read, he's illiterate. If you need a person that is illiterate to get the come, get aliyah, if he's a Kohen or Levi, because he's a Kohen or Levi and Shalach, there's also nobody else to take it. In Shikro Shatz Mila ben Mila. When the Shlitzi reads it word for Yodel Amra, he knows how to say it. Uli Krosam and Aksama, he can read it that way from the writing. Yocholos, you can get the Aliyah. We laugh, and if not, Lo Yaleh, can't get an Aliyah, I can't shut up. Ezel Vadashi Yishid Yodel Kros, Ein Tzarich Rak Bizman Hashas. So the basic, what the Arukh HaShulchan contends that the Olas, on read, was only essential at the time of the Shas. Sholem Batzmoy Akari, where the Oleg read himself. Today, why should we require that? Nevertheless, you should be able to say it after Shechtzibur word for word. We certainly require today. If not, how many brachos batal? Brachos the brachos batal. That's what it means. He's got to be able to read it as well. This is according to his opinion that a blind person cannot get an aliyah, but he should also coach them because he cannot read not out of the writing, if it's not from the writing. The Mario Paskins that today a blind man can read Mimela, so he'll be able to read from the writing. Likro, but you certainly have likros. You certainly should be able to follow along and say it with the Shliach Tzibur. Well, because Rabbi says, "Come and see me my mouth." See, based on the tzarech across balachash, person gets aliyah has to read silently. Im hashliach tzibur. There with the shots. You look if not Rabbi brachos b'chos v'atala. What's b'atala? Deich yivarech ama shachar acher yikra. How is it possible? Ava kvar kusik gedolim dafil amaritz gomer sheni yochel likros gam achar shots. We pass and even Amoritz, complete Amoritz, can't even repeat the words after Shliach Tzibur. Come nemas Torah, the Shemek Oina, because hearing is like saying, the Chovrech, and he can make a bracha. The Gam Rabbeinu Abisesi Batzmo B'Sifra Agul Shalom Kasap Yazor Yakel, the Bezesh Shemeh V'Elkona. In the Zohar he wrote, he says he wrote like the Zohar, that Shemeh Kona, V'chein the Minhag Pashut wrote Futzos Yisrael, that is the Minhag in most of the exiles of Israel. I believe, though, that if I recall correctly, the Dotam Mizrach do not allow somebody if he can't even say the words together with the Shliach Tzibur. Although I don't know what they do in a real Darkei Shalom case. You don't go up until they call you. The Tzibur says, let's stand so and so, get up to the lane. Somebody's called up to get Aliyah, I'm sorry. The Tzibur calls, he's got to get up immediately. But he may know if he doesn't get up immediately, it diminishes his lifespan. Three things diminish a person's lifespan. One of them is to save it to a varach. Someone's given a sefer Torah, make a bracha, and he doesn't make the bracha. I ain't sure. Shav Zelna, see, not sefer Torah. Now, this is the giving of sefer Torah in our day and age. When they say, stand up, arise. Even the Gabbai, who's the head of the congregation, or the Chazan lo yalim yatzman, they shouldn't go up on their own. I shouldn't let them cross until they come up to get the Aliyah. Hey, because of being a Messiah, Steve Gimon, Nagu Shashatz, the Shatz Kshirotz Mevarach, the Koreb Liatios Rishus. There is a custom that the Shliach Tzibur, when he wants to go up, he can go up without getting permission. Interesting story. Because the time that they appointed him to be Shliach Tzibur, they gave him this Rishus, Akal Shana. Because Rabbeinu Ramah, the Ramah writes in his Ninos Elu, Ein Noagim. Okay, that is not the custom else. The Chazan himself only goes up when the person in charge, literally the assistant, tells him to go up. Interesting, but they don't call him by his name. Like other people get an Aliyah, but Shekora some Bishmon, plenty were called Reuven ben Shimon. The Mentina said, Rabbeinu Beis Yosef, Hashatz Korim Idaito, L'chol HaKruim. Since the Beis Yosef's countries, the country, the Shliach Tzibur read, is the one who determined who to call up. So it's as if they gave him permission to go up on his own. Because if not so, who's going to call him up? Since he's in charge of it. But in our countries, the way we trade today, the Gabbai Rishon does not call except up only the person who the Gabbai Sheni tells him to call. It could be the other way around. The Gabbai Rishon tells us the Gabbai Sheni. It's very much the norm in our day and age that the person giving the aliyos is instructed to whom to give the aliyos. Sometimes it's not. And therefore the skan, those Gabbai Sheni calls Gabbai Rishon. They don't have to call him by his name. Why? Came and showed me it's a servant. It's standing there anyway. You can't say Yamod Shekarei Kvar Omekai. So he's standing here. He says, go, you're it, not go up. Anyway, I don't think Zman there was so makbid on that. I think that even when we get this, we get somebody else to call up the Gabbai by his name. Somebody whose father is a criminal for the entire Torah, come up by his grandfather's name. But not by his father's name. Not to embarrass the public. So, if Eliphaz got an Aliyah in our shul, we didn't call him up Eliphaz ben Esav, we call him up Eliphaz ben, or Nechet, I guess, Yitzchak. He never got an Aliyah in his whole life, his father's name. And he was Gadol, but he was an adult. And he's already become accustomed in that city. He called by his father's name. Then, his father went OTD. He called him by his father's name. Like been accustomed. It will be more degrading to change the name we call him. And that's also true if we're afraid that the person who's went OTD is going to become bears a grudge and animosity. Vasuvi v'shtuki, a person who we don't know the father, is gathered from the marketplace, or he doesn't know who his father is. Kanal b'shem avi imo, up by his mother's father's name. Yemeni Yodov, it's not, no. Korin also b'shem Avram, Kamal Ger, up by the name of Ben Avram, like we do for a ger. Okay, the Mishnah is not as certain about this, but in any event, seems that he basically agrees. Shtuki said, you know the mother, not the father. Asuvi kam imo emakir. We also don't know his mother. And now Reish Berka. So Yuxin keminai yodim shem avimo. So if that's the case, that's Arukh HaShulchan. How do you know his grandfather's name? He was Matzor grandfather. We don't know who his mother is. Evidently, there is such a scenario. In the brackets, he says, "Ayin tasif kan av shekimim michto b'shem avi imo mishum get." Ayin shem. He's not sure we should use the mother's father's name because that would not be unacceptable in a get. Tzarchir says it's not clear. The imken gam b'shem avi aviv shem Avram yesh lovish. With any name, you have to be concerned. Fracture can be a rabbis if you can doubt. The Rav Chokim B'Shas again. So there's no such problem because whoever's Messiah the get will find out what's going on at the time is arranged in the get. My machzis a shekel, sivkot base, blah blah blah, etc. Okay, brings that long list of my Mekayim here, but it seems that this is primarily from the Arukh HaShulchan himself. Okay, note that he says, so I hear say Ben Avram, not Ben Avram Avinu, which when I stopped for many years in Or Sameach, people who are catering were actually called up Ben Avram, not Ben Avram Avinu. Zayin Rabbeinu v'sei sip ta'apostle l'suma eno korei l'fisha osli kos afil os achas shal min aksav. We get back to the person who's blind. So according to say we can't get aliyah because he can't read. Rabbeinu ma'al kosav shav korei suma b'torah. Now we allow a blind person to get an aliyah. Sorry. Because it's no different. Now, Aretz who can't read the words. Because of the B'Shem Mariel. Its name is Mariel. Mariel, the Klama, the Chen HaMinag, Afsha Daito, Eno Ken. And it says that in order to imply that the Minag is that way, even though he would not agree if it was left to his own druthers. Shkasa B'Siva Darche Moshe Haicham. Chen Echil Gedoyle Achroinim. The Achroinim say that a Suma or Amam Skomer can get the Aliyah. Because of the Kvar Noagul across Suma B'Fanav Gedole Olam. Should I probably B'Fnei? That they call blind people from Gedole Olam. Flo Michal did not protest it. It's a Bach, Kavram, Eliyah Rabbah. Tam Tekimreina, Krei Shas, because since the Shef Tzibur reads, V'lo Le'Batzmo, not the person gets it himself, Ein Chashash B'Zeh, there's not a problem. He has to still read the words after Shef Tzibur says it. It's not difficult. Why? How can make a bracha even though he can't read, and how can somebody else read for him? He read sitting down, and he gave it to another person, and the other person made the bracha. Part of Chizek was a mevarach, and he made the bracha, and another person read the Torah. Yeah, because it's Shomeh Kekori, sorry. The Shomeh is like, the person who reads is like he is reading. I remember the two Shomeh, this guy had a whole shtickle Torah. And why in the Bible is Shomeh Koine, and the Ushami is Shomeh Kekori. But I forget what I said. Our aim is a Raya Club. The Arukh HaShulchan says not evidence. Doesn't very oily cross. There, the person made the bracha. It could read if necessary. The blind person cannot read. Like we say, Ba'alma, perhaps it's like anything which is suitable to be mixed. You don't actually have to mix. So we will see more about this tomorrow. Mishnah says the Parashat Parah or Parashat Zohar, it's preferable that a blind person or somebody, I assume somebody who cannot read as well, because should not get those aliyahs since they are more chashuv, Zohar being the Raisa, Parashat Parah perhaps being the Raisa, but certainly right up there in significance. Had to be more machmir. Before, we said before that you have to the thing is where, according to one of Ravacha, you have to, before presenting something, you have to prepare it 4 times. Also, I believe it's brought down elsewhere that only after you've chazed the same 4 times can be considered to be munach bekufsa, like you required, and that's why the top of the Pshas Bavli there are 4 lines of Rashi. Lines of text before the text of the Gemara begins on the page, in order to allude to those 4 times which you have learned something in order for it to be considered to be acquired by you.